I assume it's not for me. Did that come on at all? Can you hear me if you want to? Todd, can you hear me back there? All right, cool. My name's Chuck Coggins. I just retired from Plainview. In fact, after the Corn on the Cob Day Parade was 6 years old, right? That's 48 this year, so I was there a long time. And now I'm just having fun preaching in different churches. And I'm a substitute school teacher, helping my daughter build her house. But they're all jobs I can say no to. I love that. Thank you, Lee's going to help us out. Am I up there at all, Lee? Is there a slide up there for me?
There's a
Snowstorm and so on. It's too true. Well, if it's up there, we'll use it. If it's not, I think I can remember how to preach without those things. Marat, thank you. What an awesome thing to be able to have the skill sets. A lot of people, we crumble at it if things didn't go well with it. And it was fun to get caught up. We have some connections to Minnesota Bible College and Meadow Park Church or Hope Summit, so it was fun to connect with some names from the past. In the shadow of the Almighty, let me tell you why I want to preach this service. Okay? You got a minute? So I can tell you why. Because I heard I have to be done by noon, because Dan has to be in Red Ring, so we're going to be done by noon. So I'm going to really hurry. But I have a favorite uncle. I don't know if any of you have a favorite uncle, but his name's Bryce. He's 92 years old. He lives in Ladysmith, Wisconsin. I was born there just so I could be close to my mother. And I remember Uncle Bryce is special to me. He's my father's brother, but his wife was my mother's sister. Okay, there wasn't a lot to choose from back then. And so his kids are double cousins, all right? And Uncle Bryce is just so special. I go up whenever I can. Unfortunately, if I only go 3 or 4 times a year and take him out to lunch and stuff. But his wife's name was Aunt Pat, and she was like mother to me. And she died in 2012 from brain cancer. And I remember in 2011 when my cousins called me, and I got to do something here with this again. So they called me and said, they're going to give Aunt Pat the diagnosis of what's going on. We were pretty sure it wasn't good. Would you come to Eau Claire and be there for us? Yeah, I'm coming as cousin. I'm not coming as pastor, but they were expecting me to come as pastor. So we got there, and it wasn't bad news. She had a glioma brain tumor and brain cancer, and the doctor says she's got less than a year to live. And he said as she progresses, she's going to get less and less capable of physically doing things and less mentally capable, and she's got about a year at the best to live. And he was right on. And he did the best he could as an oncologist doctor back then. And he left the room. I spoke with my cousins and Aunt Pat, Uncle Bryce, and prayed with them. And then the medical staff came in and said, we need some time to do some things with Aunt Pat. And would you guys mind leaving the room? So we went to the waiting room. And I had kind of been overwhelmed by that information. No, she's pretty special lady to me. And I needed some alone time. I wanted to get away from the watchful eye of my cousins and basically just weep. So I excused myself, and as I'm leaving, we've got something. There was this little bitty auxiliary lady. She's about that tall. And do the next one, she says something. She must have been able to sense that I wasn't doing okay. And she reached in her pocket, and she said, do you want an angel pin? And my first inclination was to say, no, I'm not a pin-wearing kind of a guy. But then, show me the bottom part. I noticed it said Psalm 91 at the bottom of the card. And I thought, man, I want that. I need that. Because, next slide, this is what Psalm 91 says. She put it in Spanish, too. I didn't do that. That's amazing. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. shaped this sermon. Because I have too many days in my life I need that reminder. And I bet you do too. Maybe it's a ministry you're serving in right now, and you've got somebody who needs to be reminded. He's your guardian. He is love. Or maybe it's a personal misery you're going through. So whether it's a misery or a ministry, we need these words. So I'm going to ask you to pray with me. Now that I told you what I'm going to read, I'll get around to it. But I have nothing to say to you people. I got nothing. But I hope God does. And let's pray that He would say something significant for your life as you serve Him. Father, we come before you because you're an awesome God. We have just sung about your amazing strength, power, and wonder, how great you are. Oh God, remind us of that truth. That we, with our lives, would realize that we live in the shadow of the Almighty. Speak to us, speak clearly, speak boldly. And Father, if I say something this next few moments that's not consistent with your word, I pray no one will remember those words. But if what I speak is from your heart, your hand, your word, I pray, Father, we will be transformed by those truths. Pray that in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, let's go to the next picture. What's that a picture of? Go to the next one, too. That's somebody's pet. Really? Oh, I can't even fathom having a pig for a pet. Go back in time if you're able to the 40s or 50s and ask somebody back then, can you imagine one day people are going to have pigs for pets? That's not going to happen. Unless you're a pig farmer, you cannot imagine, you cannot even fathom what it would be like to pick up after a pig all day long. Yeah, some of you women are going, yeah, I know. I do that every day. Come to my house to see my kids and my husband. Let me ask you this. Do pet pig owners have a sign showing that one that says, beware, this property is protected by an attack pig? Like, they have to be a special breed of people. Do they send out Christmas cards and with their other pets and their children saying, we're just this happy family of pot-bellied pigs? I cannot. I just can't imagine. I don't think I would ever claim a pig as my pet. But my God has, and He did when He picked me. You see, I have no problem imagining, go up here, Lee, that God rescues the purebreds. They deserve it. They're awesome. That's Lorenz Forrest. But does He rescue the Chuck Haggises of the world? And Psalm 91 says, yes, He does. Our morning text offers a resounding yes. And if you've ever wanted to know about the nature of our God, or the lordship of our God, go read Psalm 91. Let me read it for you. We got it up here. Let's try it again. I'm going to try reading it in the bottom section. El Q Habitat Al Abrigo. My daughter's a Spanish teacher. Often drive her nuts with that. Let's go. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, He alone is my refuge and my place of safety. He is my God, and I am trusting in Him. Surely He will save you from every trap and from every fatal plague. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your armor and protection. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the dangers of the day, nor dread the plague that stalks in the darkness, nor the disaster that strikes at midday. Though 1,000 fall at your side, though 10,000 are dying around you, these evils will not touch you. You will only observe it with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you make the Most High your dwelling, if you make the Lord your shelter, no harm will befall you. No disaster will come near your tent, for He will command His angels to protect you wherever you go. They will hold you with their hands so that you will not strike your foot against the stone. You will tread upon the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. me, I will answer. I will be with them in their trouble. I will rescue them and honor them. With long life will I satisfy them and show them my salvation. 16 verses. 16 verses that talk about the lordship, the sovereignty, the guardianship of our God. Words that we desperately need to be reminded of so many times in our lives. Let me reread some of those verses, and here's what I want you to do. See if you can pick up the most common word in Psalm 91. All right? Let's go. Those who dwell in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow. Surely He will save you. Next. He will cover you. You will find refuge. You will not fear. Next. I will rescue. I will protect. I will answer. I will be with them. I will rescue. Did I give you enough hints? What word is it? Amazing. Will. God will do those things. He doesn't say, maybe, there's a possibility, there's a good chance I'll be your guardian. No, it is absolutely, categorically, most definitely, I will guard you. The maker of heavens and earth, I hold galaxies in the palm of my hand, and I'm going to protect you. That's a promise that we can take for granted. Do you remember this guy? Anybody remember that name? Kenneth Starr. It was his job as a judge to be the special prosecutor to figure out the Whitewater scandal. If you remember, you'll remember that. He also had to determine the guilt or innocence of one of our U.S. presidents. And because of that, his life was threatened a lot. Verbally, letters. He just was constantly threatened to be killed. And so they assigned him 2 U.S. Marshals. And one walked in front of him, one walked behind him. Wherever he went, they went. I mean, that would get awkward after a while, right? The potty breaks just seemed to be a struggle if you got 2 U.S. Marshals going with it. But they did. And so one time he was being interviewed, and they asked him, how do you feel about those U.S. Marshals all the time? And he said, their protection comforts. Interesting response. People, how much more will the protection of the presence of our God comfort us? You see, God sizes up every person that comes along. When we walk, He guides. When we sleep, He patrols. In fact, it says in there, He will shield you with His wings. He will shelter you with His feathers. I love that imagery. Imagine this picture. You got a bird's nest and 2 baby birds in that nest. The wind comes up in a storm and it blows them out. What does the mother do? She flies down and she spreads open her wings and she shelters those babies until the storm is past. I love that image. That's exactly what God says He would do. When the storms of your life come, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to be there. I'm going to watch over you. From how many storms has God protected you? I promise you this, it's more than you know of. He's kept storms from coming your way that you didn't even know would have come your way. He's protected you in storms that you might not even realize how bad things could have been or did. His wings in the midst of that storm shield us. How many times has He protected us from the terror of the night and the dangers of the day? One translation, now here's where we're going to get down to preaching. One translation says, nothing bad will happen to you. Let's ask the question that begs to be asked. If nothing bad's going to happen to me, why does it? I got to go to this home. Let me give you some thoughts. You can leave right there, please. Or you go back to the other one. Can you go back? Let's leave it there for a couple hours. Let's see if I can give you some thoughts. I want to share with you a perspective. Maybe this will help. A couple of years ago, I was doing a wedding for a young couple, and I put them through a long premarital counseling sessions before I married them. I get to know them fairly well during that time. It's kind of cool. I enjoy doing that. But afterwards, they have these receptions. And I was at the reception, and the bride lifted her glass and did a toast to her husband. I want to read for you her toast. We have been through challenge after challenge and ordeal after ordeal, and we have come out stronger and more loving. I was in tears at this point. We were clearly meant for each other. I wasn't. They had known each other 24 months. In that time, she did lose her job and had to find a new one, but she found it in less than a month. They did buy a house together, and they planned a wedding together. That's the ordeals they had gone through in the 730 days they knew each other. I remember turning to my wife Helen and I said, stay together 40 years or 50 years. Go through those ordeals and challenges, then lift your glass and I might listen to what you have to say. Because now you're going to know about challenges and ordeals. You see, I have a different view of bad than what she had. Doesn't God sometimes have a different view of bad than we do? Don't we as parents have a different view of bad than our kids? I mean, what is bad to your freshman in high school? Bad to a freshman in high school is a honk and zit right in the middle of the forehead when they have to go to school. That is bad. Or to a sophomore, it's a pop algebra quiz they weren't counting on. To a junior, it's having to stay home on Friday night because you didn't have a date. You have to sit at home with your parents. Or to a senior, what's bad? The embarrassment of having to walk to school because your car is broke down. That's bad. But we as parents, do we see that as bad? We've been around the block a time or two. We know that pimples will pass. And we know that one day you'll look forward to a quiet evening at home. It'll be a blessing to you. So we have a different view of bad. We want to say, let's save that adjective, bad, for some really tough times. That might be a misfortune, it might be an inconvenience, but let's save bad for the hospital room. Let's save bad for the cemetery. Let's save that. What is bad to a child is not bad to a parent. And what you and I rate as absolute disaster, really maybe God rates as a pimple-sized problem that's going to pass. And he says, this one isn't bad. See, God views our life sometimes the way we view a movie after we've read the book. You ever do that? Okay? If you're in a movie and something bad happens and you read the book, you go, yeah, I know what's next. But those who haven't, they gasp because they haven't read the book. Well, that's the way God looks at our lives. God views our life with that very same confidence. Not only because he read our story, he wrote our story. Right? So his perspective is different. And his purpose is clear because he's the author and designer of our lives. Let's go past the black one. Next one. There you go. I'll apologize for this verse. I took it out of my Bible. Just cross it out. That didn't work, so I ripped the page right out of there. Here's why. I don't like what it means. It says sometimes God uses our struggles to toughen our spiritual steel. That's what that says. According to that verse, one of God's cures for weak faith is a good, healthy struggle. And I don't like that, so I just crossed that right out of my life. Like that's an option? No. Sometimes God uses our struggles to toughen our spiritual steel. Go to the next slide. Wow, Lee, you are awesome. It's like ninja. You know what that is? That's a blacksmith's animal. It's an image that shows up in Scripture at times. Sometimes God allows us in our lives to be on the blacksmith's animal. What does that next time? What does that blacksmith do? He takes that turn into some kind of tool, and he puts it in a white hot fire until it becomes white hot. And then he puts it on the anvil, and what does he do? Take the shape I want. No. He pounds it. And he pounds it. And he pounds it. Then he puts it back into the heat. It gets white hot again. And then he pounds it. And he pounds it. And he keeps pounding it until it becomes a tool he can use. Now understand that you can't leave it in that heat too long because it'll become brittle and break. So it's got to be the right amount of heat, the right amount of pounding, and the right amount of time. That blacksmith knows that. In fact, did you know that in Old English the word smith means smite? And so a blacksmith is really a skilled smiter. And that's what they do. So it's a combination of heating and pounding and heating and pounding and sirens and hospitals and heating and pounding and pain and suffering and heating and pounding and deadlines and arguments and heating and pounding and financial struggles and spiritual weaknesses and relationship brokenness and heating and pounding that God is at work in our lives, and through that He's shaping us to be the tool He wants us to be. And He's not going to stop until we are that tool. And no one comes up to the craftsman and says, "Oh, stop pounding on that metal, you're going to hurt it." Blacksmith, the skilled smiter, knows exactly what he has to do. He continues until that metal becomes a tool he can use. I'm also told that a silversmith will do the same thing. Heat and pound, buff and polish. You know when he knows it's right? It's finished when he can see his reflection. Interesting image. When he can see his face in the work, he knows it's right. When is God going to stop the heating and the pounding in our lives? When He can see His reflection in us. That's what He's listening. God guards those who turn to Him. And sometimes we say, all this heating and pounding, where are you, God? You must be off there someplace else. You can't be close. No. The presence of the heating and pounding does not suggest that He's distant or away. It means He's very close. He's sovereign God. He knows how much heat, how much pounding, to keep you from being brittle and broken. He knows exactly what has to happen so you can be a tool He can use. We need to trust in His sovereignty. Of all the things God has done to earn our trust, should we trust Him? Try this. Go home and make a list of all the mistakes God has made in your life. Go home and make a list of all the mistakes God has made in your life. It's going to be a short list. Now go home and make a list of all the mistakes you've made that God forgave you of. And loved you in spite of. He called you to be His own, even though you made all those mistakes. It'd be a different size house. Quite a difference. Trust Him. Depend on Him. Understand that He is guiding and directing our life in His ways. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we are a purebred. Let's see that horse. Or let's just not. Give us that same picture of that horse. It doesn't matter whether we're a purebred or a pot-bellied pig. God sees no difference. He is our guardian. He is our Lord. And we should take comfort in letting Him have that kind of control in our lives. And when we leave this place, just bathe in the wonder that we are living in the shadow of that light. And the day I was told that Aunt Pat, Uncle Bryce, my father had 7 children when he left for seminary. He was a pastor too. And Mom was a stay-at-home mom. Dad was trying to be a full-time student, drive a taxi cab, support a family, and it wasn't going well. So Aunt Pat and Uncle Bryce, I didn't know this till I was a married girl, offered to adopt me and to take me into the family. They were just that close to me, that special. So All my life, they were just so, for some reason, they were just so close to me. And that day when they told me about Aunt Pat, that was a rough day. And that little bitty 2 foot 8 inch tall auxiliary, I think all auxiliary ladies have to be short, had that angel pen. And I needed Psalm 91. And God in his guardianship and his lordship and his love said, listen up, old guy, I got something you need to be reminded of. You need to hear this. I am your God. I will shield you. I will protect you. I'll get you through this. And that's the promise he extends to you as well. When you leave this place, whether it's a ministry you are giving, you have people who need to remind you of these words. Show them Psalm 91. Or maybe it's a misery you're suffering right now. And you need to go home and just say, what was it that Psalm what? 91? Let me read that. I need those words. Father, I call on you, O God, to remind us of your guardianship and your sovereignty, your lordship. Find us letting you take control of our lives.